Warriors here on 2K Sport. Here we go. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. The backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's Anderson in at the small forward position. Now the Timberwolves with it. For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin, get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there. And I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
Now Towns. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. And it's Anderson that time on the assist by Towns.
Well, capable on the interior to score so long, slow-mo. Anderson not going to pass up a look like that.
It's George on the wing. No good with the triple.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Edwards can't hit.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Leonard with no one around. Sinks the three-pointer.
It felt like Powell had the shot, but good job of feeding the open man.
Now, here is Russell. Out to Edwards. Here's the three. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Clippers have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Leonard on the wing, wide open. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down.
He'd love to make them pay for giving up that wide open jumper, just unable to do so.
Anderson passes to Towns, lays it up and banks it in.
And this is what you like to see. Big Cat using that size to his advantage.
And stolen by Russell. Anderson finds Edwards. It's Edwards on the wing. Over to the wing. Gobert with a screen on Powell. 6 to shoot. Anderson wide open. The three-pointer off the mark. LA's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. A 3 from Leonard. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
The defense has got to try to hassle Kawhi Leonard as much as they possibly can, especially at the arc. He's too accurate.
Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
He does that so well. At his size, he's always a threat to throw it down.
You know, you appreciate Zubac's focus on close-range looks as a big man.
Well, Zubac's one of those big centers that's burly and tough and rugged on the inside. And while other bigs are searching that three-point line out, Zubac's looking to get deep into the paint. When you look at his shooting percentages over the past couple seasons, up around 60%. That's good shot selection and great consistency.
And it's Towns penetrating. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Powell with the steal. And now here comes Wall leading the break. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Anthony Edwards.
So crafty on the drive. When Wall is in attack mode, he really puts a ton of pressure on the D. And after not playing for a season, John Wall back in action, bought out by the Rockets, and he signs with the Clippers. If he can get back to where he was, that's a huge win for the Clippers. Could serve as a deadly third option for LA.
The kick out to Towns. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
1:25 left to play in the first quarter. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
Wall against Edwards. Powell dishes the Wall. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
Yeah, right when you thought that shot was leaving his hands, he reinvents it.
Pass to Russell. There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter. Good. The Clippers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Leonard looking around. And there's the drive. Gobert with the defensive effort.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And we've seen Towns take on more of a leadership role over the years, wanting to be the guy for this team. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Now, here is George. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Towns with the steal. Right side, Russell. Towns kicks to Russell. For the 3. They get it back. Gobert finds Edwards. For 3. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
And Powell giving great effort here defensively.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
And guys, they've done a great job beating their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Out on the perimeter, Edwards and Anderson. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's Russell in at the point. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
And Paul George had great position that time, an easy deuce.
And here's Anderson. Left side, Towns. It's hauled in by Zubac.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Wall, that's good. Brent, as we all know, you were a former slam dunk contest champion. So with that in mind, what was your take on the 2022 contest?
Well, I think there was some great dunkers out there, Kevin, and every year it's like that. I know from year to year it takes a lot of criticism to the contest, and certainly there are years that are better than others, but the skill of those guys on the floor for them to go out and put on an exhibition, always appreciated as a fan.
It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 4 rebounds now tonight. The pass to Anderson. Back to Towns. To the paint. Here's Gobert. Just 5 to shoot. Russell, no good. And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Only giving up 2 points this quarter.
And when you look at Paul George, I mean, he's been in the middle of a couple monster trades.
Well, PG exchanged for 2 future All-Stars in Sabonis and Oladipo going to Indy. And then that massive trade to L.A., the Thunder got SGA and a boatload of picks. It just shows you how much value Paul George has. And trust me, he's very much valued by the team he's on.
Now here's Towns, and out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. On the wing, George. Zubac with the screen for George. The tray, and he's good on the 3-ball. George has got the lead up to 5 now for the Clippers.
What's the pick used for? It's used for separation, and Paul George got it there.
Russell passes to Gobert. Looking to end the run, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
Clippers leading by 5. All with it. He's picked up by Russell, and he gets it to go. Wall's got 8 points.
And how about John Wall? Just outstanding at sprinting down the floor and just jumping all over the defense.
Oh, here's Edwards. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
2 minutes remaining.
Outside, Russell. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Clippers.
Wall looking it over. Outside, Leonard passes it to Powell. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Here's Zubac. Again, Los Angeles. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Russell dishes to Gobert.
And the length of Gobert can be so difficult to deal with. And that's why you have to be physical with him on defense.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Los Angeles.
They're controlling the pace of this game, pushing the ball up court and getting good looks in early offense.
Well, they've really attacked off of the turnovers, so leaking out and capitalizing on fast break stuff.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
And if he gets looks that cleanly, Gobert becomes unstoppable. He makes good use of his body and just wills himself to a foul.
And Gobert drops them both. Clippers leading by 6. Outside Leonard. There's the 3. That shot off. And Minnesota now the other way. Here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
And he also brings the hustle to the table. Towns doesn't wait when the break is on. He's quick to get up the court.
Now here's George. He's got 9. In the corner, Powell with it. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. And the Clippers lead by 7.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. And Towns gets it to go.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Right side, George. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Edwards inside. Another shot. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Thank you, David. And we'll be...
Your Clippers, 28. The Timberwolves, 24.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Paul George really making a difference here.
Yeah, through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Out on the wings for him, Powell and George. Down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. And it's Wall in at the 1. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And Wall with the slam.
And how great is it to see Wall there with the slam? I mean, overcoming that serious heel injury.
Russell with a wide open look. That 3 off the mark.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
George, no good. Timberwolves trail by 6. Inside, it's stolen by Wall. Powell, no one around him. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Powell's got 6.
Powell wasting no time to let that one rip.
Edwards passes to Gobert. Out to Edwards. Come on. Shot clock reset for the Timberwolves. Out to the right wing. That's tipped. Powell with the steal. Outside for George. Into the lane, and it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, Paul George, look out, hammers that one home.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
Russell, no good. And so it's Wall. He brings it up for the Clippers. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Tips it, and Wall able to finish. He's got 12.
And on the offensive end, Wall has been locked in, pushing out the distractions and just delivering for his team.
Edwards fires from way outside. That one's off, still out of sync. And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, GA, the broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
And I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin. But give him credit to battle through and maintain his greatness tells you something about his competitive will.
And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
And it's George finishing it off.
Well, Paul George can play in the supportive role, and then he can do things like that where he just decides to take over.
Here's Russell with the three. He can't hit that time. And the Clippers will go the other way with it.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 2 minutes.
Towns for three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
And the dunk by Powell.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing. Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
It's Edwards on the wing. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And Gobert kicks to Russell to stop the drought. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Timberwolves trail by 19. There's the triple. Edwards, that's good. Edwards got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And this is big for Edwards' confidence, wanting to keep hitting from downtown and stretching that defense.
And Zubac picks up the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far.
His third personal foul.
The Timberwolves shooting 32% overall right now, not one of their better showings. Outside, Russell. Outside, Towns. Lets the three fly. And no good. Los Angeles leading by 16. From deep. The shot by Powell, no good.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up, so maybe just a step too far.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish pick play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this one?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So on the floor for Minnesota, underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Out on the perimeter, Edwards and Anderson. And it's Russell in at the point guard. Offensive rebound. Outside for George. From outside, off the mark.
You know, he's usually very reliable from out there, but tonight it's just not going down.
Another miss by Towns. Clippers leading by 14. All with it. Guarded now by Anderson. From deep, George. George missing again.
Just been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
And it's Towns missing. L.A. has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Anderson can't get it to go. The Clippers have gone 0-3 to start the fourth quarter. A three from Leonard, and that comes off the assist by John Wall.
Kawhi confident in that shot there, just gets the ball. He really didn't waste any time.
For three, Edwards. Wow, came this close to a four-point play. He'll head to the line for three free throws.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
And the second free throw, good.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on two things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
Now, here's George. Launches a three, and Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got 7 rebounds in the game. And here's Anderson from the arc. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. And a deep three from George. The long-distance three is buried.
Paul George does have unlimited range, kind of getting into that mode where one of those guys you have to guard when he gets over half court.
And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
And it's Russell missing.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. A great fourth quarter. Just giving up 2 points. From deep three-point range. Wall, no luck.
And if you have to admire his confidence on that, but there's no way that's going to fall.
Coaches will tell you that's a bad shot, but when your teammates tell you that, you probably got to think about it.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Left side, Leonard. From deep. And the Clippers miss again. Timberwolves trail by 20. To the paint. And Towns gets it to go.
And the way Towns makes scoring look effortless, it's what makes him one of the game's best players.
Outside, Wall deflects the pass. Outside, Towns. It's Anderson with the drive. The rebound by Paul George. George has got his 5th rebound in this one. .131 left in the fourth quarter. From deep three-point range, Gobert pulls it in. Minnesota shooting around 29% from the floor. Tough night for them all around on the offensive end.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Clippers.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up, whether the last several shots went down or not. 3 after 3, it just seemed to pay off for them.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Paul George.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
Now Powell, after D'Angelo Russell's three-pointer that didn't go. And here's George for 3. The shot, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Towns for 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And the Timberwolves with possession here. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Three-pointer.
And that was a confident shot. Love when Edwards just rises up and fires off the dribble.
Wall against Russell. Outside, Wall. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. It was a tip. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brett Baker.
quote, no one...
Good stuff, Allie. Thanks. And it's going to be the Grizzlies off the tip. So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Anderson in at the 3. Here's Morant. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. And we've got a pair of teams here that know a thing or two about ball movement, Grant.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, there's a great feel that these teams play with. Two of the smartest teams in the league. They focus on sharing the basketball and keeping everyone involved. This is a matchup for the purist.
So it's the Grizzlies now. After the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. And Morant gets it to go.
Nice stroke by Morant. You love to see him drain the 3 a little bit more.
Edwards fires from way outside. Had a miss there on the triple.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Let's go with a 3. And Edwards good for 3.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Morant with the bucket. Morant's got 7 points in the game.
Okay, check out the handles of John Morant. Wow, what a crafty player.
And in trading for Rudy Gobert, the Timberwolves taking a Twin Towers approach with 2 7-footers in their front court. Of course, the outstanding shooting of Karl Anthony Towns means that spacing shouldn't be much of a concern. The officials were right on top of that one.
He's off on the first.
Karl Anthony Towns.
And he's good on the second.
If you look back to the Grizzlies postseason last year, there's one thing to remember. For most of their core guys, that was only their second trip to the playoffs.
Now here's Morant. 7 points in the game. Lets it go from the wing. No good on the shot.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Here's Edwards. Denied by Morant.
Flying around the court, Morant can block shots both on ball and in help.
Kicks it out to Jackson. Outside Morant. Payne, the pass to Brooks. The shot. And too long on the shot. Well, for that very young Grizzlies team, I'm thinking that playoff experience last year was invaluable, Smitty.
B.A., no question. For every playoff game a young player gets under his belt, the more prepared he is for the next playoff run.
Now here's Payne. No good on the triple. Gobert with it. Guarded by Morant. Towns passes to Gobert. Kicks it out to Anderson. The 3 is up.
2 minutes remaining in the fight.
Another miss by Minnesota. Memphis has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. And he lobs it up top. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. It's a one-on-one situation. Russell finds Edwards. And the layup is good off the glass. Edwards got 5.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
Here's Morant. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. He's got 9.
I like that find by Jackson. Young bigs who can see the whole floor. You don't come across them that often.
And here's Edwards outside. No good that time. Now Memphis takes it the other way. And the dunk by Jackson.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Memphis leading. And he's going for the oop here. Pass to Jackson. Lets it go from 14. Anderson pulls it down. Minnesota has gone just 1 of 6 from downtown. Here's Edwards. That one's good. Makes him 3 for 7.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
29 seconds left in the first. Here's Morant. Adams with the ball. Outside for Brooks. This one for three. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Russell. And so it's Memphis with it. They lead by 4. Here's Bane. It's blocked by Gobert.
The wingspan of Gobert is huge, and he uses it so well to deny shooters.
Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Grizzlies. Hunting for opportunities. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Right now, it's their passing game, and it's been on point, doing a great job of moving it around and getting the ball to their shooters.
Another area they've excelled in is the points in the paint. They've been able to gouge the interior defense so far in this one.
Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Bane and Brooks out on the wing. And it's Morant in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
Dillon Brooks has had one heck of a start to his career. He's a solid rotational player. In this first half, he has really fallen in love with the three. So far, not paying dividends.
A good look from Bane. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Minnesota has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. And Edwards slams it in.
And this is exactly how Russell does solid assist numbers. I mean, just great delivery on that play.
As for Dillon Brooks, he's the glue that holds these guys together, Smitty.
No doubt, B.A., he's their emotional leader on this team. He can take over games at times offensively. He is really the heartbeat of this club.
Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. And again, Memphis no good.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
Great anticipation off the missed shot.
Oh, his timing was impeccable. Pass to Jackson. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. Bane finds Jackson. Clock at 4. Over Towns.
And shows hustle and plays hard on defense. Wow. Towns sure knows how to keep his coaches happy. Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
And the second free throw is good. Well, Smitty, great teams have a plan B when the plan A fails.
Well, B.A., a part of it is coaching, but it's also about having the talent to win more than one way. Also, it's about ad-libbing and being able to change on the fly.
And that one's good.
The playmaking ability of Kyle Anderson combines great floor vision with his height and feel.
Outside Morant. Right side Bane. Back to Morant. Outside Bane. Memphis needs to get off a shot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Minnesota ball.
The Timberwolves trail. Outside Russell. Bane against Edwards. Here's Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
A much more physical player now than when he first entered the league. Gobert powering it home.
Yeah, and we hear this a lot about the Grizzlies, but it bears repeating. There's probably no team in the NBA that has more reason for optimism than Memphis.
You know, I think about all the optimism surrounding the Grizzlies. The rest of the NBA has been put on notice.
The NBA, and they should be. This team should be a contender for years to come. But the front office makes the right moves, which they have in the last few years. They could be hanging up some banners very soon.
Out of bounds, it'll be Memphis's ball.
Memphis ball.
For Memphis, they've gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. There's a minute 54 left in the second period. Missed it. 5 for 7 from the field. Oh, there's the alley. Edwards can't hit.
Stepping up to secure the board, he just wanted it more.
Pass to Jackson. Inside, and stolen by Edwards. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Here's Towns, and it's powered home by Towns.
Woo! The whole arena felt packed. Towns can just be merciless on offense.
Here's Morant. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. The free throw drops for Morant.
How can you not love a player like Ja Morant? Came into the NBA ready to prove himself and just keeps getting better.
Russell from deep three-point land. That three's off the mark. For Memphis, they've gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. Morant finds Brooks, and he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
This is a close-knit group. They feed off one another's energy.
Jackson, right side. Again, the Grizzlies. Good for 2 more.
Boy, this is what we talk about with Jaren. The ability to score on all 3 levels.
Edwards, a pass to Towns, and he gets the bucket. Towns has got 4 points this quarter.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. To the middle. Takes a 13-footer. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one. Fires high post. Misses off the right iron. Three-pointer, Brooks. That one is off. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close.
The Timberwolves, 22.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
What makes him an exciting player is the ultra-aggressive mindset that we saw over and over in the first half.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the 3.
With the ability to beat his defender in a number of ways, Morant is truly a dynamic scorer.
Towns for 3. No good. Ooh, some solid defense from Adams. And he lobs it up to the rim. And the dunk by Jackson.
The D has to be more assertive with Jaren Jackson inside. Even with some contact, he's still able to score.
Edwards for 3. They get it back. Here's Gobert. And he banks in the layup. Gobert's got 6.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Reason why? Lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
Leaner from distance. And it's Memphis with another.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
You know, the coach has had something to say about that. No question, they've settled in and executed brilliantly.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts Well rewarded right there.
Working hard, beating everyone to the ball. He does this night in and night out.
Morant, no good.
The defender made him change his shot. Still got it up with the double clutch, but that's not what his coach was looking for.
Towns for three. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got 11 rebounds in the game. Morant with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Outside for Morant. Anderson against Bain. Clock at 6. Shoots from the line. The putback. Anderson pulls it down. Minnesota's got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's on Desmond Bain.
Almost 7 feet tall. Towns has the length to get to the line. A tough guy to guard.
And so Towns nails them both. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Now Morant. He's got 17. From deep. Russell with the rebound. The Timberwolves have gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. Anderson for 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. On the wing, Brooks. Fires the 3. Yes! And a nice assist from Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th assist in this one.
A big-time ISO player in college. Brooks has shown the ability to play off the ball at this level.
Jackson, the pass to Morant. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. Edwards with it. He's picked up by Bain. Tipped. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Adams.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Anderson passes to Edwards. Second chance shot.
This is Adams' calling card, making his presence felt defensively.
The shot by Russell, no good.
Yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
And Gobert with the stuff.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
But the truth is, those type of plays are going to happen. You just have to regroup mentally and get back to work.
And he converts the layup. Morant's gotten 4 this quarter.
With creativity from Morant, always inventing new ways to score.
And here's Edwards outside. The Grizzlies pull it in. Jackson's got 4 rebounds now. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And the defense knows he's relentless. You have to try and match that intensity.
And out of bounds, the Grizzlies will take it. 36 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside Bain. Brooks left side. There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter. Controls the rebound and the putback. And now an 11-point Memphis lead.
Big man plays by Steven Adams, using all of his height to dominate the offensive glass and end the play.
Brooks, the pass to Adams. Ooh, and Adams, strong finish.
He's a big target with long arms. Just throw it up there, and Steven Adams, he will go get it.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gobert. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up, keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Payne and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Pass to Payne. Fires it. Jackson. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Grizzlies lead by 15.
What you know you love about Jaren Jackson is the length, the instincts. He has a natural feel for the game.
The shot by Russell, no good.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Towns finds Anderson. Shot is up. Doesn't go that time. And the Grizzlies going the other way now.
First personal foul. First team.
The shooting of Desmond Bane, it's special. Knocking down threes as good as anyone in the game.
A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played. Here's Morant. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Rudy Gobert picks one up, and he drops it first.
At the line for Memphis, John Morant.
That one's no good. The Timberwolves have gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. Edwards for 3. On target from range.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. Payne against Edwards. Payne, the pass to Brooks. 4 on the clock. Back to Payne. The 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Anderson passes to Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
He's doing what he can do to pull them closer, but it's not enough. He needs more help.
Pass to Payne. Back to Morant. They get it again. Jackson on the wing. Down low. Outside for Morant. Back to Brooks. Outside Payne. To the paint. And stolen by Gobert. And here's Edwards outside. The Grizzlies pull it in. 17 points was their biggest margin. Morant, the pass to Adams. Back to Morant. Pass to Payne. Brooks left side. And here's Jackson. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. Edwards with it. He's picked up by Payne. And Edwards slams it in.
Love the decision by Gobert, finding the open teammate, playing smart basketball.
Now here's Morant. And here's Brooks, guarded by Russell. Pass to Payne. Back to Morant. To the wing, right side. Here's Adams, defended by Gobert. Outside Edwards. And the deficit down inside single digits. All right, let's take a look at the energy stats. How the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Their defense, it's their defense. It has been downright incredible so far. Being disruptive and coming up with steals left and right.
Yeah, they've also done a great job of running. Attacking when they get the chance. Always a great idea.
Here's Payne. Off the left rim and out. And here are the Timberwolves. They've got a 10-0 run going. Anderson can't get it to go. Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Left side, Morant. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Jackson. And it's Gets Morant off the drive. An easy 2 on the layup.
The quickness of Ja Morant is what makes his drives deadly. Where did he go?
At this point, it just feels like it's over.
They couldn't make enough plays when it mattered. Interesting game, though, in terms of some of the matchups.
There's 14 seconds left in the final quarter. Pass to Adams. Back to Morant. Wing shot on the way. No good there. And so the Grizzlies take the win. A clean win, and one where they...
It's a battle of the bigs. Two fantastic centers, Clark, in this matchup tonight. Some throwback basketball.
Well, you know, there was a time, Kevin, when centers dominated the league. And as you said, tonight we're going to throw it back to those days.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's Anderson in at the 3 spot. And the Timberwolves with possession. Here's Towns. Second shot opportunity. Gobert, no good.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Excellent footwork there. Booker so tricky on the drive. You can't predict what he's going to do.
Oh, here's Edwards. And it's off from three-point range. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
Solid work at the line a season ago. 83% on his opportunities.
Yeah, you know, that was one spot where they didn't have to worry about him at all. I mean, at the free throw line, he was automatic.
And a talented swingman. Bridges is someone to keep an eye on as he continues to round out his game.
To the inside, and Ayton throws it down.
And the impressive reach of Ayton. Lob it up his way, and he'll take care of the rest.
You know, when it comes to the Minnesota Timberwolves, for so long, they've struggled to be competitive, but recently, I think they've started to turn things around. I mean, they've got a nice core. They got a taste of the playoffs recently, and now look to build on that.
Suns have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Here's Booker. And the rejection by Towns.
You know, one thing they can count on from Towns on the defensive end is block shots. He does not like to give up a clean look.
And for the Timberwolves, Clark getting the #1 pick in the 2020 draft certainly helped their turnaround.
Yeah, that's rocket fuel when you're trying to move up, and they got a good one, a special one in Anthony Edwards. That guy is going to help them take major strides forward. This is an organization clearly on the rise.
Count it. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And Edwards launches it from deep. Another miss by Minnesota. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. And Booker kicks to Crowder. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. That's a 2 from Paul.
And that's Russell. I mean, has the length to disrupt and bother shots, even against bigger or more explosive athletes.
And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact, straightforward call, simple.
And he's good on the second. Phoenix leading by 6. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Sweet move. Paul passes to Crowder. Towns with the steal. Gobert with it. He's picked up by Paul. Russell kicks to Towns. And a miss there on the triple. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Hey, guys, how about the dominant young career Karl Anthony Towns has had?
Very few can dominate like he can, Kevin. Towns is a monster. I mean, averaging a double-double every year of his career so far. So valuable in what he brings to the table.
Anderson can't get it to go.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Booker, no good.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Kept alive. Gobert. Russell with a wide open look. Connects from three-point range.
You know, with good form, a quick release, and a nice feel, Russell's comfortable in catch-and-shoot situations.
Pass to Crowder. Anderson with the block. Up top, Russell, defended by Paul. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Russell.
You know, with his three-point shooting and inside scoring ability, I think that's the key shot for Towns. The in-between mid-range shot, and he's pretty much unguardable when he's knocking that down.
2 points. That one goes. Bridges has got 5 points so far.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And Gobert kicks to Anderson. This one for three. Jay Crowder with the rebound. Suns leading by 3. To the middle. And the dunk by Booker.
And there he goes, Booker, showing off the vert.
Now the Timberwolves with it. Towns wide open. Bridges with the board.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Shot by Crowder, no good. Timberwolves trail by 5. Russell finds Edwards. Out to Russell. Takes a 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. And now the Suns, a fast break. Beyond the arc. It's not going to go for him. And so the first quarter is in the books. Suns lead by 5. And back with the start of the...
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Youth Dance Team.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Phoenix?
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
One other factor today, points off turnover. I mean, let's see if they can keep up the pressure, capitalize off more forced miscues.
Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Ayton is the pivot, and Crowder slides in at the 4. And it's Bridges in at the small forward. So that's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter.
How about the work ethic of Anthony Edwards? Not to mention that linebacker build and the sweet shooting stroke, but what he wants most is to see his team succeed. That's what you love about AE.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Gobert with a screen on Paul. And they recover it. For 3, Edwards. That one, no good. And Phoenix will come the other way. Paul dishes to Bridges. Paul passes to Bridges. Back to Paul. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Ayton wide open. Misses the 3. Timberwolves trail by 6.
And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they hadn't even been to the playoffs in 10 years.
Paul against Russell. Ayton a screen on Edwards. Here's Crowder. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got his 7th rebound here tonight. In just 4 seasons, Phoenix Greg went from last in the conference to the best record in the entire NBA. It's been an unbelievable story.
And there's a lot of talent on this team, not to mention a great coach in Monty Williams. The future is bright for this franchise.
Passes it to Russell. Gobert down low. Ayton's there. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
Exactly what you want from your point guard. Nice dime to the open teammate by Russell.
Paul looking around. Down low. And Ayton throws it down.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
Rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Paul against Russell. Hangs in the air. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Crowder. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Left side, Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
Boy, the athleticism of Edwards is something to behold. Love watching him sky up to throw it down.
Paul kicks to Crowder. Near the 3-point line, it's Booker. It's good on the putback. And the Suns lead by 6.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fella.
There's Russell with the three, and it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. From the baseline. Happy to see that one going after missing 6 of his 9 shots today. Clark, just a few years ago, we saw a lot of teams toying with small ball lineups. But I think you'd agree, unquestionably, big men are back.
You know, Kevin, I would agree because simply when you look at it, there are a lot of really high-quality big guys that can do it inside and out. And so going small is a less frequent approach at this point, and it's one that poses a lot of challenges in my mind.
The three from Anderson. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And it's Anderson with the ball for the Timberwolves. Trailing here by 8. Edwards finds Towns. The Timberwolves again can't hit. The Suns have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Suns leading by 6. Ball from deep three-point land. The rebound by Anderson. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Towns slamming it down to show the defense exactly what he can do. That was a pretty dominant move by the Cat.
Now the pass to Crowder. Ayton a screen on it. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Russell passes to Edwards. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
And this is how you convert in transition. Booker running the floor well and being rewarded for it.
Here's Russell with the 3. And so it's Phoenix with their lead standing at 6.
Your Suns, 23. The Timberwolves, 17.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Timberwolves trail by 6. Last season, Clark, the Timberwolves snapped a 3-year playoff drought.
An important milestone for this squad, Kevin. I mean, it shows they're ready to compete in the postseason. That's huge and speaks to just how far this team has come.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, out on the perimeter, Edwards and Anderson. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's Russell in at the point guard. The Timberwolves shooting around 24%. Not a good showing here. From downtown, Jay Crowder pulls it in.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Paul for 3. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Anderson. Bridges with some nice defense. Phoenix leading by 6. Crowder the pass to Paul. It's stolen by Edwards. And now the fast break Anderson with the ball. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
And once Booker has some momentum, get out of his way, throwing himself towards the rim off the drive.
Phoenix has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Towns. Anderson. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
On the wing, Booker. From 13. Ayton kicks to Paul. Bridges inside. Defended by Anderson. And Ayton throws it down. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 12 rebounds.
And using that 7'5" wingspan, putting it back off the miss. One of Aiden's specialties.
Crowder with the steal. And up the court come the Suns on the break. Gobert with the block. Outside, Towns. Russell, well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Russell's got 7 points in the game.
Boy, in sync with his teammate on that possession. Well done by Towns on that pass.
Paul with the screen for Booker. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on D'Angelo Russell. Now, Greg, a disappointing ending to the playoffs last season, certainly for the Phoenix Suns.
Well, came in the top seed in their conference only to make a second-round exit after a grueling Game 7. So this season might be revenge time for this group.
A drive by Russell, and he banks in the layup. He's got 9.
You know, maybe he's not the fastest guy on the court, but quickness is more important than pure speed in basketball. Russell's handle and scoring instincts, though, are borderline elite.
Here's Paul. Takes it off the glass. Paul's got the lead, back up to 8 now for the Suns.
He is almost money when it comes to finishing in close. Nice bucket there to increase the lead.
Edwards can't hit. Suns have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. On the wing, Bridges. He's covered by Anderson. Gobert with the block.
And that's why you want Gobert on the floor. He's as good defensively as any big you will ever see.
That's a 2 from Paul. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 8-point game. Anderson dishes to Edwards. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Out to Russell. 4 on the clock. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
He knows his job. Gobert is there to own the glass and cash in on as many second chance opportunities as he can.
To the middle. Here's Ayton. The shake. And it's good on the layup. Ayton's got the lead up to 8 now for Phoenix.
An elite scorer, demonstrating once again how fast he can fill it up.
Pass to Towns. Fires the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Towns has got 7 points in the game.
You know, Karl Anthony Towns is a dangerous shooter from the perimeter, and it's his excellent shot selection that helps him be so efficient from there.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. Ayton with it. Guarded now by Anderson. Bridges passes to Ayton. And the wide open shot from Crowder. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And so it's Phoenix in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter.
Ladies and gentlemen,
And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Up and forward, they'll have Bridges and Crowder. And it's Ayton in at the 5 spot. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
Here is Russell. Feeds it to Towns. Gobert in the corner. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him. And he makes good on the layup.
In the paint, Towns is just a nightmare for defenders. His size is a huge advantage. And
here is Paul. Pass to Booker. Puts up a three. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Edwards, that's good.
Defense gets burned by Edwards' ball handling ability. I mean, this guy's athletic and can really move.
Passes to Booker. Jacks up a three. Doesn't go that time. And Minnesota now the other way. The feed now to Russell and taken away by Paul. Dives for it. Stolen by Anderson. And Gobert kicks to Towns. The pass to Russell. Back to Towns. Shoots over Bridges. Towns finds Anderson. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That'll be his second foul of the game. Towns against Crowder. Gobert.
I'll tell you what, Ayton is a very good defender. Moves his feet well and has the length to alter shots.
Back to Paul. Ayton trying to break free. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist by Bridges. Bridges has got 3 assists in the game. Edwards inside. Working on Booker.
Really important for this team to get production from Edwards. When he's aggressive in scoring the ball, they go to another level.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Suns.
They're doing damage for the mid-range. Not sure if that was the game plan or if they're just taking what the defense gives them. But thus far, it's paying off.
You've also got to commend them for how they've attacked the basket. They've been aggressive. They've not settled and have consistently gone at the rim.
Towns against Crowder. He dishes it to Ayton. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Timberwolves trail by 5. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Oh, the lob to Gobert. He can't get it to go.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Yeah, just proving how fast he can heat up. Once Ayton finds that rhythm, he is going to work.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Russell against Paul. And stolen by Ayton. And it's Paul penetrating. It's stolen by Edwards. Anderson dishes to Towns. The kick out to Anderson. Shoots the 3. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Timberwolves trail by 7. At the elbow, Edwards. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Towns, no luck. And so Ayton will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter.
Totally unselfish play there from Ayton. Sends the ball to someone with a wide open look.
No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Phoenix.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, and he was aggressive rebounding the ball tonight. I think his aggressiveness on the glass helped set the tone.
Here's Russell. He kicks to Towns. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
You know, we all know Towns can do big numbers on offense, and it's great to see him this focused.
Paul with the ball. Outside Crowder. Back to Paul. Shot clock at 6. All sorts of time. Off the left rim and out. Russell looking around. It's Edwards on the wing. Back to Russell. Good.
He doesn't bleed blood, but he bleeds cold blood ice. Russell tearing hearts out down the stretch.
So it's Phoenix picking up the win. They didn't make it easy.
champion. Thanks, Allie.
Here we go.
Tip-off goes to Minnesota. Now the opening lineup for the Los Angeles Clippers. At small and power forward, it's George and Leonard. Wall and Powell are the backcourt duo, and it's Zubats in at center. Towns for three. Outside Russell, fires from deep. Ooh, and once again, off the mark by Minnesota. Now the Clippers with it. Here's Leonard. The shot that time not on target.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Well, you know the Timberwolves are a young squad, Doris. When will it be their time, you think?
I think, B.A., when you have a talent that is the anchor of your organization, which they have in Karl Anthony Towns, is one of the most talented big men, most polished offensive players that we've seen in the NBA. Couple him with Anthony Edwards and Rudy Gobert, and I think you now have to start looking to be a consistent winner. I am anxious to see what this team does this year.
And it's powered home by Towns.
Boy, Rudy Gobert, usually the recipient of that kind of pass. That was nicely done, Rudy.
Wall, the pass to Leonard, takes a three. That shot off the mark, and Minnesota will come the other way. Towns for three. Paul George pulls down the board, knocks it loose, and stolen by Edwards. Inside. Towns can't get it to go. The Clippers have gone 0 for 4, missing their first 4 attempts. Powell passes to Leonard, and they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Well, Kawhi Leonard has zero fear. In fact, contact, it doesn't deter him at all. It has to be interesting when you're bringing the ball up the court and Kawhi Leonard is the guy coming to meet you. This guy is the embodiment of an elite defender.
And even from where we're sitting, you can clearly tell it was a foul.
Leonard really has shown very few cracks in his defensive game over the years, Doris.
B.A., I think it's a combination of things. Certainly the physical attributes. He's really long. He's got unbelievable lateral quickness. His defensive instincts and IQ are just off the charts. This guy is as disruptive, a defensive force as we have seen.
And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Outside Russell. Another miss by Minnesota. Deflects the pass. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Goes back up. Here's Gobert. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
I'll tell you, with Rudy Gobert on the floor, you have got to find him and keep him off the glass because he can be a force.
Here's Powell. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Edwards can't hit. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Pass to Wall. Wide open look. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert with it. Checked by Wall. Russell, the pass to Towns. Anderson for three. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got rebound number 7 tonight. That's tipped. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. George, no good. Minnesota in the lead. And Edwards puts up a deep three. From outside, off the mark. And so here are the Clippers. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Kawhi Leonard has built that three-point game now to add to the mid-range and the ability to draw contact. Now you got to guard him everywhere.
Edwards fires from way outside. Out of bounds. It'll be the Clippers' ball. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 4 from deep. Powell for three. Russell with the rebound. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Edwards finds Towns. Second shot opportunity, and he lays it in. Gobert's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Tremendous concentration that Rudy Gobert has, using his size certainly, but finishing through contact.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And a deep three from Russell. Drops in the three.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Right wing, stolen by Russell. And now the T-Wolves on the break. And Edwards slams it in.
Showing improvement on the defensive end. D'Angelo Russell using his speed to get after steals.
From deep three-point range. Powell's shot is off. Minnesota shooting only 26% in the first. And Edwards with the basket on the assist from Gobert. Edwards got 6.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
Leonard. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
And I'll tell you what, this is a guy who doesn't take a break at all on the boards.
Man, doing serious work. He likes being an anchor on the glass.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
Pass to Edwards. Towns with the ball. Three-pointer. The shot off that time. And so the first quarter is in the books. The T-Wolves on top. They lead by 5. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Minnesota.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
They've also done a really good job taking advantage of miscues. Their defense has been stifling in this one.
So, on the floor for the Clippers. Kyle and George are out on the wings. Kawhi and Zubac make up the front court, and it's Wall in at the point guard position.
Well, you consider D'Angelo Russell and the fact that he's been a part of multiple organizations. Obviously, he has been a frequent trade piece. The one question is, can he stick with one franchise and establish some success?
For three, George. No luck on that one. And Minnesota the other way with it now. Pass to Russell. Now here's Towns. He's guarded by Zubac. And Towns with the three. 5 points in the game. Well, his trade activity says something about how desirable Russell is as a player.
I think he's a guy any team could want on their roster because of his scoring capabilities. Very capable of huge nights in the NBA, but the other aspect that's so important, his ability as a setup guy.
Shot is good by Edwards.
Anthony Edwards getting into that pull-up game. Nicely done.
To the inside. Kicks it to George. From deep. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that three almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
Boy, when we talk about those elite two-way threats, Paul George's name is certainly high on everyone's list.
And he misses all 3. We know how dominant George can be on both ends of the floor, Doris.
Well, consider he's a great scorer, a 3-level scorer, and then he's able to guard perimeter and post players. That combination of size, length, athleticism, he continues to be a major threat in this league.
The three from Russell. Sinks it from distance. And now a 12-point Minnesota lead.
Well, it's key that you've got to maintain concentration throughout the game. And D'Angelo Russell, nice job in the catch and shoot.
Pass to Towns. It's stolen by Leonard. And he's going for the lob. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. That one rolls around and rims out. Here's the three. The shot by Towns, no good.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or to get it to an open teammate.
You know, one expression you hear from a lot of coaches nowadays, threatening drive. What's the value of breaking the paint?
BA, dribble penetration is so important, particularly in today's game. With the spacing and the great shooting on the perimeter, if you can get to the paint, one, you may score at the rim, but if the defense collapses, now you have an opportunity to find an open shooter from 3.
Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota and stolen by Gobert. Kept alive by Minnesota. Anderson passes to Towns. Fires for 3. Rebound by the Clippers. George has got 4 rebounds in the game. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, Commissioner Silver's open to change. He said, quote, "We're not beholden to pure tradition. We care a lot about it, but all of the factors I think about when we talk about changing the rules, I'm less concerned about that. We should live in the present, be respectful of those records, but also be willing to adjust when it makes sense." BA?
All right, thanks, Allie.
Well, Paul George says, I can answer with my own big-time three-point shot. Go to work, PG. Boy, guys, it wasn't too long ago that the Los Angeles Clippers were the worst team in the league, but boy, have times changed. The Clippers are now an attractive organization for some stars. He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
Here's Leonard. Off the mark. Had a chance there to trim it to single digits. Anderson passes to Russell. Off target from outside. I mean, a true transformation of the Clippers. They were that team that stars avoided.
They were, BA, but I think that started to change back in 2011. The trade of CP3 to the Clippers, it started this new era. Then the ownership change helped it even further. And in one summer, let's remember, they signed both Kawhi and Paul George. Unreal transformation.
From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. And the jam by George.
Well, that's about timing and precision and knowing for Paul George how to use that leaping ability to get that alley-oop.
Leonard against Towns. Edwards for three. That shot off. Powell passes to George. Connects from downtown. George has got 11 points.
How about the range? I mean, that's big-time, limitless range. I'll tell you, you better check him when he steps over the line.
27.
Thanks very much, Allie. And
21.
as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy. Ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
Towns plays the four with Gobert in the middle. Edwards and Anderson fill out the perimeter, and it's Russell in at the point guard position. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. Minnesota in the lead. Fires the three. Here's Gobert. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to go on Kawhi Leonard.
Rudy Gobert is one of the game's dominant big men. He understands how to use his length and his size defensively, and he's figured out how to fit in. This guy is an outstanding screener offensively. Even on the years he's not winning Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert finds a way to finish in the top 3. This is one of the most consistent elite defenders in the game.
First team foul.
And here are the Timberwolves. They've led by as many as 14. Pass to Towns. Over Leonard. That one a little long. Endorsed with Gobert. It still feels like he doesn't get the credit he deserves.
And BA, at this point, I find that inexcusable. You just watch the game and understand the metrics to see the massive impact that Rudy Gobert has on winning. It is not only on the defensive end either.
Looking to get it going. Blocked! George outside. Jacks up a 3. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Throws it up high. Oh, and a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. They're running.
As good a scorer as he is, we know that Paul George is not a ball stopper. Excellent decision right there.
Here's Edwards. 12 points for him. Pass to Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Leonard's shot's good.
That is absolutely ridiculous range from Kawhi. My goodness, it feels like he just stepped across half court.
Here's Edwards. Kept alive.
Real smooth, guys. Great job with the tip in.
Those are the kind of plays on the offensive glass that can tell you a lot about a player. Kicks it to George. From the arc. And he can't get that one. And Minnesota the other way with it now. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Anthony Edwards has got his rhythm, and he's got a well-rounded offensive game. Look out.
Last year, the Clippers finishing 8th in the West. However, they missed the playoffs, Doris.
Right, B.A., but keep in mind, they didn't have Kawhi for the entire season. No Paul George for most of the season. In fact, I thought Ty Lue did an incredible coaching job getting that team to the 8th spot. They just went on to lose 2 tough games in the play-in tournament.
It's great to see a fantastic block on replay once again.
What a play. I mean, that'll have the offense thinking twice about taking shots in his presence.
Well, not only prolific from 3, but efficient from 3. Paul George, nicely done.
Edwards can't hit.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Shoots it from the corner. Nice jump shot. Russell's got 8.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Leonard against Towns. Beyond the arc. Leonard can't get it to go for Minnesota. They've got only 4 of 10 shots to fall so far in the third. Russell finds Edwards. Shot from the wing. It's rebounded by Zubac.
I don't know if he's trying to show off for the crowd or what, but there's no reason for that kind of shot.
Leonard kicks it to George. From deep. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Pass to Towns. Back to Russell. Now here's Towns. Outside, Anderson. From deep. Can't hit that one. Ooh, nice D from George. And he lobs it up. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Powell.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
Minnesota's got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. Powell against Edwards. Russell from outside. Counted from distance. Russell's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, unselfish play by Anthony Edwards. Teammate is wide open. He puts it right where it needs to be.
Leonard passes to Powell. Down low. Trying to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it. To the middle. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves up by a healthy 8 points. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision in a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And so in the game for Los Angeles, Wall and Powell are the backcourt duo. At small and power forward, it's George and Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Count it.
John Wall has an incredibly high basketball IQ, so you find the shooter and get it into their hands.
Gobert passes to Towns. Here's Edwards. Powell covers. Kicks it out to Anderson. Pass to Towns. Shot clock at 5. Back to Edwards. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns. And the Timberwolves lead by 8.
Well, Karl Anthony Towns entered the league as a force in scoring the basketball. Now he's honing his passing skills.
And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it. And we played through about a minute here in the fourth. Pass to Russell. Back to Towns. The three is up. Pure from three-point range. And it's an 11-point Minnesota lead.
This is what your offense is designed to do. Get Karl Anthony Towns something in rhythm.
Back to George. This one for three. Minnesota with a rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Anderson can't get it to go. For Los Angeles, they've gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. George's shot is off.
When you're not in rhythm with the three ball, why do you keep firing from there?
Edwards with it. Guarded now by George. For three. Zubac with the steal. Up top, George. Guarded by Russell. The three is up. That doesn't go either for George.
Listen, that's a looking hit, but right now he can't throw it in the ocean.
And Kawhi Leonard gets the whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game. And the Timberwolves with possession here. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Los Angeles has got nothing to fall from outside the arc here in the fourth. 0 for 4. Leonard on the wing. The three. And good. Coming on the assist by Wall. Wall's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. And Edwards puts up a deep three. Kept alive by Minnesota. Second chance effort. And so he draws the foul. Heading to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Ivica Zubac.
Well, he's got moves and counter moves inside. Towns makes the defender pick his poison.
He does not get the second one. The Clippers have gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. Here's Powell. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. And now we get a little perspective here on how the hustle game has been for the Timberwolves.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
Those block shot numbers are big as well, guys, sending a clear message. We are not going to be scored on easily.
Wall against Russell. Towns for three. Russell, the pass to Anderson.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. It's George on the wing. There's the three. Powell for three. And he gets it back. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Well, Paul George is a difficult defensive assignment precisely for this reason. He's going to force you into contact.
And he ends up making the second. And that narrows the gap to 7.
And trying to cut into this deficit, tough to leave any points on the table.
Pass to Anderson. Puts up a three. They get the rebound. Outside for Russell. From outside the arc. Towns against Leonard. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter of this one. The three, George. No luck on that one. And Minnesota will come the other way. They've led by as many as 14. Russell. And it's off the back of the rim. No good.
He's trying to force his way into a rhythm, but that's not helping the team.
And the big finish by Wall.
Oh, you love to see guys come through in the clutch. A nice play by John Wall.
Pass to Russell. Picked by Gobert. Takes the three. Another miss by Russell.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game. He's making it worse with shot selection like that.
This has not been his best quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Anderson against George. Pass to Russell. From deep three-point range. 5 to shoot. The shot by Towns. No good. Tries the spin move. Zubac passes to Leonard. Three-pointer. The shot no good. So we see the Timberwolves get the win here. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did.
Adams in at the center position. And for Minnesota, underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Out on the perimeter, Edwards and Anderson. And it's Russell in at the point. Boy, these two teams are on the rise, RJ. Some fantastic young talent on display on both sides.
Oh, the future is bright, and these guys are the future. But don't look over the present because they are already so exciting to watch. It's going to be a lot of fun courtside.
And the Grizzlies with possession. There's the lob to Jackson. Towns with the steal. Gobert with it. Now defended by Adams. And finished off by Edwards.
And what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
Here's Morant. And the shot goes in.
Look at the space he had on that one, though. There's an obvious speed mismatch between the two.
Russell looking around. Shoots over Morant. And Gobert with the basket on the assist by Russell.
And the bulk of Gobert's offense is going to come down low. Even if the D knows that, it can still be tough to stop.
Now here's Morant.
John Morant impressed as a rookie, but in 2022, he's really started blowing the roof off.
He's been doing some tremendous things. And how about a 52-point game in February that year? Only 12 of those points came from threes. That's a lot of buckets.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Gobert finds Edwards. Here's Russell. Shot clock reset for the Timberwolves. Towns, the pass to Gobert. Second chance shot. He lays it in.
How about the quick eyes there from Towns? Finds a hole in the defense and exploits it there with a nice find.
Here's Morant. Gobert with the block. Towns against Morant. Off target from outside.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Anderson can't get it to go. The Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And a wide open look for Payne. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Payne for 3. Here's Jackson. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
This is where you want Jackson Jr. going to town. He's got a nice soft touch around the rim.
Outside, Russell. That one falls.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Here's Morant. Can't get it to fall.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
Towns, the pass to Gobert. And here's Edwards from the arc. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards. And Morant's got the ball here for the Grizzlies. Trailing by 2. One word you always hear the Grizzly players mention is chemistry.
Yeah, you can't fake chemistry, and it's true. When you ask these guys what makes their team special, they point out what a tight-knit group they are. Some people might not think chemistry is a big deal, but it is huge when it comes to this league.
And one thing is, if you look on paper, it could feel like there's chemistry. But as you know, sometimes it doesn't translate to the real world.
No, it does not translate. And then after that, if you don't have chemistry, you better have professionals.
God, he threw that one down. Adams, one of the fiercest competitors in the league.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And stolen by Russell. Gobert finds Towns. Float loose. Here we go, one-on-one.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Anderson outside. And it's Russell in the corner. They need this. Not going to go that time. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg, believe me. But confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Bain for three. And again, hits the Grizzlies from deep.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Inside, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Love watching Jackson on the receiving end of the alley-oops. He definitely won the athletic lottery.
Good if it goes. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And so it's Memphis, enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, the Grizzlies enjoying a nice lead here.
They came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
Can they keep up the pace? Who knows, but they're already in a great position to win this one.
Out on the perimeter, Edwards and Anderson. Two big men inside. Oh, how about that slam?
Whoa.
Whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Russell, no good. And since coming into the league, Desmond Bain, Richard, has quickly established himself as a knockdown three-point shooter.
Yeah, his accuracy and efficiency from out there is incredible. The spacing he provides is why he's a key part of this team.
From deep. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Timberwolves trail by 14. Outside, Russell. It's hauled in by Adams. Grizzlies shooting an incredible 64% from the field in this game. The three. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
For Minnesota, they've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Gobert, no good. Memphis leading by 14. Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
Flying high. Anthony Edwards, ladies and gents, cleared for takeoff.
Morant outside. Launches it. And another miss by Memphis.
Yeah, and he had to be tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
And Anderson is right there. Anderson's got his first bucket in this one.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those chip-ins are easy to come by.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
Well, if there's one thing, Greg, that defines a modern NBA big man, it is mobility.
And they've got to be able to move their feet and really play in space. Otherwise, they just can't stay on the floor in today's game.
Morant with a wide open look. Drills it from outside. Morant's got 14 points for the game.
What I love about Morant is that he understands his strengths on offense, which is why he is so efficient.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Russell against Morant. Over Russell. And that one comes up a bit short.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Edwards can't hit. Memphis leading by 10. It's Morant with the drive. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Big body cleaning the glass. Great awareness by Jackson Jr.
Jackson's gone 3 for 3 from the floor. Edwards from deep three-point territory. Edwards with another miss.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
Now here's Jackson. He has 6. The pass to Bain. 5 to shoot from the line. His second miss, now 2 of 4 on the game. Timberwolves trail by 12. And here's Edwards from the arc. Edwards with another miss.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
And Morant throws it down.
And that's big-time stuff there. Morant looking unafraid to go get those lobs and finish them.
Now here's Edwards. 10 points for him. Russell left side. Shoots over Morant. They get the rebound. Anderson's shot is off.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Towns with the steal. Anderson dishes to Gobert. Anderson trying to free himself up. Gobert can't hit. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Knocks it loose. 3 on 3. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. 17 points was their biggest margin. Jackson passes to Adams. Bain inside the three-point line. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so that's the end of the first half. Grizzlies lead by 14. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. With a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Kicking off the second half, here's Taylor Jenkins's 5. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, that's just insane.
Woo.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. It's a 16-point game. Outside, Bain. Morant against Edwards. And that one's good. Morant.
With his ability to create or attack the rim, look, that jumper is always going to be available for Morant.
Edwards with another miss. Memphis leading by 18. From deep three-point range, and it's Morant missing. Minnesota's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Russell from long range. And they get it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Russell. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Morant scanning the floor. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
So creative with the ball in his hands. Morant is adept at creating offenses for himself.
Anderson outside. Takes the 3. Sinks the triple. Anderson's got 5.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give.
The 3 from Morant. Morant with another miss. Edwards drives in.
Oh, impressive drive there by Edwards. Mixing it up with the D to draw the foul while in the act.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throws of the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And the Grizzlies leading by 15.
Hey, yo, right here.
Morant with it. He's got 20. Passes it to Bain. Back to Morant. Gobert with the defensive effort.
They timed up the layup perfectly. The D saw it develop and got there to bother the shot.
And it's Memphis on the break. Brooks leading the charge. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Russell. Basket counts.
And this is why you like size in the backcourt. Russell taking a hit, yet still able to finish.
On the wing, Bane. Over Edwards. And another miss by Memphis. Timberwolves trail by 13.
2 minutes.
Shoots. Misses off the right iron. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. We've heard about player tracking on the court, but now shot tracking is helping players refine their strokes. It measures not just makes or misses, but the arc and the depth and the left to right direction of shots. These systems provide instant feedback to shooters and help them find the bottom of the net. Kevin, back to you.
Sign me up. That is a fascinating story. David, thank you. And it's Towns missing.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Morant passes to Bane. To the paint. Got a piece of it. 1:03 left to play here in the third. Hits the three-point bomb. Edwards got 5 points now this quarter.
And this is big for Edwards to keep hitting from downtown and stretching that defense.
Morant passes to Bane. 5 on the clock. Lets it go from 11. Misses off the left iron. Timberwolves trail by 14. Here's Anderson. The feed to Towns. Back to Anderson. Pass to Gobert. Fades. A shot. Anderson's shot is off. For Memphis, they've gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Morant outside. Outside, Bane. Back to Morant. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Memphis leading by 14. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Anderson in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And it's Anderson with the ball for the Timberwolves. He dishes it to Towns. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Towns has got his first points in this one.
And this is what you like to see. Big Cat using that size to his advantage.
Now here's Morant. Minnesota with the rebound. Edwards got his 5th rebound in this one. Picked away. And here we go. Morant heading to the hoop. And finished off by Morant.
He's got an elite combination of speed and athleticism. Morant, he is special when he gets out on the break, though.
Pass to Russell. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. And the Grizzlies leading by 14. And Morant throws it down.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Back to Edwards from the wing. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 3 assists in the game.
And so good off the bounce. Edwards working on his shot off the catch, and it is paying off.
Here's Morant. Outside for Jackson. The 3. On the wing, Bane. Clock at 6. Shoots the three. A three-pointer is right on target. And the Grizzlies lead by 17.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
And it's Morant missing.
Oh, man, for whatever reason, he can't get it going from three, and he's pretty good from there.
Plenty of daylight on that shot.
And I like Russell's ability to create for others. He does what's best for the team.
Morant with the steal. It's deflected. Stolen by Anderson. And the dunk by Towns.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Back to Morant. 6 on the shot clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Payne for 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Towns. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Jackson's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Payne kicks to Morant. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. It's Jackson atop the key. It's up a 3. And it's Morant missing. Timberwolves trail by 12. Here's Edwards driving to the basket. And Edwards with the stuff.
And how about the athleticism from Edwards rocketing off the drive there for the slam. And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Grizzlies.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Ja Morant.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
There's 25 seconds left in the game. They need this one. The Grizzlies with another miss. Russell inside, guarded by Morant. That cuts the lead to single digits.
So shifty with the ball in his hands. Russell changes pace with the best of them.
So it's Memphis picking up the win. They came in. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining.
Devin Booker went through the lead.
That's true, Allie. Good stuff there. Here we go. So Phoenix will get the first possession. All right, now the opening lineup for Phoenix. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Crowder and Ayton, the bigs. And it's Bridges in at the small forward. Booker no good. And the Timberwolves with possession.
Already a terrific career for Booker. 3-time All-Star. And then last year he was named to the All-NBA first team. Just a big honor.
Now here's Russell. Shot clock at 6. Towns for 3. Knocks it down from distance.
The versatility of Towns, unleashing his outside game and presenting all sorts of problems for the defense.
On the wing, Crowder, covered by Towns. A shot from the mid-range. No good, off the front rim. And with Booker, it's not just the scoring. Grant, he does a little bit of everything.
Hey, B.A., I mean, you go back and look at last season. He had career highs in rebounds, steals, blocks. I mean, he's learned how to affect the game, even when his shot isn't falling, which is rare.
It's good.
Well, he passes to the wide open man. Bridges developing some team chemistry.
Edwards against Booker. Edwards, a pass to Russell. From downtown. The rebound by Bridges. For Phoenix, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Stolen by Bridges to the paint. And there's Paul. That one's good on the assist by Bridges. Paul's got his second basket.
This Paul, a crafty finisher, gets inside, and despite being 6 feet, he'll find a way to get it done.
Pass to Gobert. Back to Edwards. Russell, the pass to Anderson. 6 to shoot. Russell with the ball. Stolen by Bridges. All by himself. And that one's good. Paul's got 6.
The attention Mikel had on that play helped him out to get that steal.
Now Edwards. There's the triple. And the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards.
And the Phoenix Suns have been a completely different team since acquiring Chris Paul. He's the leader of this team, and he helps set the tone on both ends.
Edwards against Booker. And it's Crowder missing.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Now here's Russell. Anderson for 3. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game. Boy, the city of Phoenix really embracing Chris Paul as soon as he arrived.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the latter stages of his career now. But you would never know it based on how hard he plays every single night. He just makes everyone on this team so much better.
Here's Booker. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Paul. Yes, and it's Booker with the setup. Give him 8.
Well, a master weaver, Chris Paul, through those screens and rolls and angles on the floor. His dribble moves are just incredible.
Edwards finds Russell. Kicks it out to Anderson. Outside Russell. Inside. Gobert passes to Russell. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Paul passes to Bridges. Booker against Edwards. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but he drew the foul, and he'll go to the line.
Have you gotten used to Devin Booker putting up huge numbers? So a 40-point game for him feels like another day at the office.
Well, you talk about Booker's high-powered offense. He's a rare member of the 70-point club with only 5 other players in NBA history. Brett, you got Wilt, Kobe, David Thompson, Elgin Baylor, and David Robinson.
Man, B.A., if you could sit down at a table to talk about your 70-point night, I'd like to be a server at that table.
Now here's Russell. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Clock at 2. 3-pointer off the mark. The Suns leading. Here's Bridges. On the wing, Crowder. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
Edwards, a pass to Gobert. Now here's Anderson. Pass to Edwards. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Anderson has great vision as a point forward. Exceptional court awareness.
And here's Bridges. Outside Paul. Back to Bridges. And it's Bridges with the jam.
And you can't leave the basket unprotected. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah, that was just way too easy.
Will not find a higher.
Oh, what a performance by Chris Paul. He's been the story for the Phoenix Suns. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Suns?
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming. So they're creating some turnovers. They're capitalizing on them.
Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. Edwards and Anderson fill out the perimeter, and it's Russell in at the point guard position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. Edwards gone 1 for 3 from the field here. Out to Bridges, fires the 3. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, if Ayton can get in that kind of position, he can be a bully on the inside.
Minnesota with the ball. They trail by 11. Gobert with a screen on Paul. Russell, the pass to Gobert. Outside for Russell. Lets it go from deep. Knocks down the triple. Russell's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, you got to chase him off the three-point line and not let him get into that kind of rhythm as Russell knocks one in.
Here's Booker. Pass to Ayton. You know, the point forward is an archetype that by now fans are familiar with. Grant, you were one of the OGs at the point forward. How's that position evolved in your mind?
Well, it's evolved because so many players today have the skill set to be a point forward. Before me, there were guys like Paul Pressey and Scottie Pippen in the 80s and early 90s. But as I said, players today, the skill level is so elite. And with this positionless basketball that we're in, you must have a point forward or 2 on your team to be successful.
Booker no good.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And the basket by Towns.
Oh, you love to see that kind of vision from Gobert. As much attention as he draws from the D, there's bound to be an open man, and he just got to find him.
Ball finds Ayton. Takes him. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
I'll tell you what, that cat was strong and physical. Woo, I'm not sure how you can effectively stop Towns around the basket.
Paul passes to Crowder. Booker with it. Lets the 3 fly. Back to Paul. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker. Paul's got 10.
And this kind of distribution is something that Devin Booker is only going to improve upon.
And last year's outcome, so unfortunate for Paul and the Phoenix Suns, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I mean, the best record in the league by 8 games. You know, it kind of seemed like Paul might finally get that ring. Just a heartbreaking loss for them against Dallas in Game 7.
Paul lays it up and banks it in. And it's a 6-point Phoenix lead.
Well, you know CP3 can get others involved, but when he wants to score, he can do that too.
Outside Russell. Gobert passes to Russell. Back to Gobert. Phoenix grabs the miss. They've led by as many as 11. To the paint. Here's Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Yeah, Ayton out there playing poker with the flush.
Outside Russell. The three. Ooh, once again off the mark by Minnesota. Here's Paul. Here's Crowder. Pass to Ayton. That won't fall. He's just 2 of 5 in this one. Minnesota has gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
Controls the rebound and the putback.
Sweet timing on that play as Ayton up there and ripping it down.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Down low. Here's Gobert. That one falls. He's now 1 for 3.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here. The smart play. Wait and take the final shot.
Yeah, every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
A rangy defender with great defensive timing. I mean, why do you think they call Gobert the Stifle Tower?
There's 14 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Booker can't get it to go. Anderson passes to Edwards. And the foul on Chris Paul. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Stolen by Ayton.
Awesome defense, just outstanding effort.
And so it's Phoenix up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. All right, well. And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Chris Paul having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, he played such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
And so in the game for the Suns, the deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Crowder holding down the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the 5, roaming the paint. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. Pass to Bridges. Takes it inside, to the inside. And Booker with the jam.
And Devin Booker at 6'5", cleared for takeoff.
Here's Towns. He's got 7. Gobert passes to Towns. And Booker with the jam.
And that was just moving the ball quickly. And he's rewarded at the end with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down. But when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
It's tipped. Gobert gets the bucket.
And for Gobert, his offense continues to catch up with the elite defense. He's becoming a legitimate two-way threat.
Well, what do you say about CP3 other than this guy is an all-timer? And you think about guys down the stretch who you have run your offense, CP3 has to be mentioned up there.
Anderson against Ayton. Kicks it out to Anderson. All alone. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Russell's got 3 assists in the game. As for CP, seems irreplaceable with each team he's been on.
Well, he does so much for a team in terms of just keeping accountability from the coach's voice to his. Not only does he perform at the highest level on the floor, there's a lot of things that CP3 brings off the floor that really help teach guys what being a pro is all about.
Downs throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton, and that one falls for Towns. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. They double-team Paul. Pass to Crowder. The kick out to Paul. Now Bridges. 5 on the clock. Booker can't get it to go.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Edwards finds Russell, and stolen by Bridges. Paul drives in, outside for Booker. And again, it's the Suns missing.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
Edwards can't hit. Phoenix has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. And there's the lob, tipped. Outside Russell. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Russell's got 5 points.
They're doing the job on both ends, getting stops and attacking offensively.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
And there's Booker. That one's good. On the assist by Paul. Booker's got 6 here in the quarter. Anderson with it. 7 points in the game. There's 1:26 left in the third quarter. For Phoenix, they've gotten just 3 of 8 shots to go in the third quarter. Paul got a hand on it. Here's Towns. He's got 10. Gobert passes to Anderson. Here's Russell. That shot is off. Nice D from Bridges. Crowder with it. Guarded now by Anderson. Oh, it's blocked by Towns.
The defensive chops of Towns, able to use his length and timing to stifle shooters.
There's 53 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Paul can't get it to go.
Well, that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
End of quarter management here. They can go 2 for 1.
Make the math work in your favor.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Devin Booker knows he's going to get the defense's attention right there, so he relies on being a little bit nimble to get the shot off.
And when Ayton isn't playing basketball, either the live or video game version, he's often drawing.
Yeah, I mean, he grew up wanting to be an architect. I actually hear that he loves blueprints, but probably his most famous sketch, himself dunking on Joel Embiid his rookie year.
D'Lo at that size has great court vision and a great pass.
Outside Booker. Takes a 3. Paul passes to Crowder. Here's Ayton. Lots of room. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Edwards has got his 5th rebound in this one. And that'll do it for the third quarter. The Suns on top. They lead by 5. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle. Or you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Anderson in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Edwards, the pass to Towns. Back to Edwards. 6 to shoot. Here's Russell. And the layup falls.
Well, not the biggest guy on the floor, but still big for a guard and a lefty. It's a nice soft touch from D'Lo.
The Suns leading. Outside Paul. Up top Booker. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one. Towns passes to Anderson. Back to Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
You know Towns' team is loving this. He's letting his natural scoring ability run wild on offense.
Crowder outside. It's Bridges on the wing. Ayton with it. He's against Gobert. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Outside Russell. Pass to Edwards. Shot clock at 5. Here's Towns. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Shot is good by Edwards.
This is who Towns is, an unselfish, versatile big man with great court awareness.
Russell against Paul. For 3, Booker. Paul passes to Bridges. Outside Booker. Crowder with a screen. And Booker with the jam.
Yeah, there's no stress in Devin Booker's game. Shot clock winding down. He gets it.
Edwards with it. Now guarded by Ayton. Oh, sweet move. And Gobert finishes inside.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
The Suns have gone 2 of 3 to open the 4th quarter. Paul passes to Ayton. Booker against Edwards. Back to Ayton. Doesn't go for him. Ooh, great D that time from Gobert. Towns against Booker. Left side Anderson. Picked by Gobert. Russell finds Gobert.
2 minutes.
Now Towns.
2 minutes.
To take the lead. And Gobert with the basket on the assist by Towns. Gobert's got 4 points now in the quarter. Now here's Paul. And stolen by Edwards. Left side Anderson. Pass to Towns. Back to Anderson. Here's Gobert. He's covered by Ayton. Clock at 6. To the middle. Crowder with a steal. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this 4th quarter. Phoenix no good that time either. Minnesota with the ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Ball against Towns. Unable to get that one. The Suns go the other way with it. Bridges down low. Anderson's there. Bridges down low. Anderson covers. Money.
Now that's one to remember. What an impact on the game.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Outside Edwards. Fires for 3. Another miss by Minnesota.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
The whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul of the game. 36 seconds left in the 4th quarter here. They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that.
Booker, the pass to Bridges. Stolen by Anderson.
He set that trap up perfectly. I mean, he had the inside-out pass scouted and jumped right on it.
Russell plays with such great change of pace and deceiving the defense right there. Got the D out of position.
And the second of 2 is good. And that ties this game up.
Shaking his head moment there. Had a chance to put them out in front, but at least they're tied up.
Now Paul. Count it!
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
And Minnesota calls time here. All right, guys, what's your take?
This has to be a lob close enough to the basket to tip it in. No time for a catch and shoot.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. Allie, thank you as always.